Our spiritual agony aunts are here to nudge you in the right direction. Here's our astrologer, GiGi Sosnoski, and psychic medium, Sue Nicholson. GiGi, can you pick a GiGi for the Melbourne Cup? Just very quickly, there's no money on it, but that's your horse for the day. We'll see tomorrow whether you were right or not. OK, Destiny and Dilemmas panel. Ruth says, I separated from my husband 18 months ago after a 20-year marriage. I still wonder whether I've made the right decision. My ex-husband is a kind-hearted individual and still hopes we'll reconcile. Also, my conservative and religious parents are badgering me to get back together. What do you see in the future for us, and will I be able to build a new life on my own? GiGi, would you like to take this first?
Oh, sure. Well, first of all, a powerful quote from Emerson is, do the thing and you shall have the power. Ruth, this is a strong time for transformation and to break through the fears that you do have regarding your independence. Your chart is very strong with the planet Pluto. That is all about recreating yourself, rebirth, and reestablishing who you are as an independent, powerful, intelligent, articulate woman. So this is a time to keep growing in your body, mind, and spirit. One of the life lessons you certainly have is also finding a balance between your needs and the needs of others. So as you're going forward, as you're growing, disregard perhaps the pressure or the guilt that you might be feeling with what the parents are saying, what the ex is saying, and continue on your journey forward. The Saturn alignments right now let us know that this is certainly a perhaps lonely, questioning, unsure time for you, but stay strong. Be firm in your convictions. Move forward with regard to the things you want to do, how you want to grow, what you want to become. This is your life. Take control of it and really continue that quest to find greater independence and freedom. Going into the new year, I think you will have a greater opportunity to find greater balance within yourself, and also perhaps when you are ready, thinking about reconciling with your ex, but only when you're ready and only when it's time for you. Again, it's really important to think about first you moving forward and then thinking perhaps what you want to do with your ex. It's a very positive, powerful time coming up for you. Utilize it to the best of your advantage.
Thank you very much, GiGi. It's very positive. Sue, 20 years is a long time to be in a relationship.
It is, yeah. I've been in 30, nearly 35, so it's a long time.
Thinking of moving on?
No. He's my soulmate. Yeah. Hi, Ruth. Well, first of all, you know, you've made this decision and you just need to stick with it. You know, for the moment being, it's like what you're doing is you're trying to please other people. It's like sometimes we make these decisions and think, oh, people are at us all the time. We think, shall I, shan't I? You know, just leave it at the moment. You have a massive, massive energy with karma with your mother. OK, when I was reading your letter, it was like your mother's face kept coming in front of me. And so there's a lot of issues with your mother. Your husband's a really good man, and so he's a good father, you're a good mother. But, you know, I was being told you love him, but you're not in love with him. And that's a totally different thing, you know. So you need to stick by how you feel. You need to communicate, and they're not really understanding where you're coming from because they won't, because it's how you feel, and they don't really know really how you feel. They want everything to go back as how it was, plain happy families. Well, that would be just a big lie, because it wouldn't be like that. So it's not being selfish. You know, you're doing this not only for your children, and 20 years is a long time, but it's massive lessons and learnings with each other. So next year, the card came out for you as the Tower. And the Tower is all about big decisions and what you want to do with your life and taking that risk, going with it and not being afraid about it. But you and your mother really need to have a lot of things that you need to work out with. So next year is about your family, your home, where you're living as well, and your children. And they're okay, actually. So the thing is, they said you need to build your life on your own and just do it. That's what they're saying. So just don't worry about it. Just go with the flow.
Thank you.
And it's going to be fine. Yeah.
Our next dilemma, GiGi, is from Annie, and she says, I'm due back at work from maternity leave, and I've just found out that I'm pregnant again. Do I go back to work for a short time? I really need the money, but I get very bad morning sickness. We haven't told anyone yet. I'm a bit worried as we live with my in-laws and there really isn't any room for another baby. That is a dilemma, isn't it, Gigi? What do you think?
Oh, my goodness. Well, first of all, there are very strong alignments in your astrology chart saying that this lifetime is one where you need to learn greater planning and responsibility. And those are the things I think certainly that are in place for you right now. I'm wondering if subconsciously you might be a little hesitant to go back to work. There are strong indications that you are perhaps self-conscious, insecure, doubting your talents or abilities, and it's sort of nice to stay home again and continue that maternity leave and stretch it out, despite the need for extra money and despite the fact that, well, maybe another child is not necessarily a good idea right now. I would encourage you to get back to work. I would encourage you to embrace responsibility. You have strong Saturn alignments right now that are really encouraging you to grow up, plan very pragmatically, and think about, again, what you can do is a greater way of stabilizing your family and stabilizing your life.
Thanks, Gigi. So we haven't got much time,
No,
but
that's
what's
all
your
right.
advice?
Well, first of all, need to go to work, back to work. There are natural tablets that you can get for morning sickness. There's a naturopath, see a naturopath. But, you know, you need to keep this under wraps. I would not be saying anything to anyone at the moment. You need to sit down and work and plan things out. You need to look at house assistance or something to do with rental properties. This is a very beautiful soul that wants to come in. But the thing is, the card that came out was the Emperor, and also the Emperor is a very strong male, and I see that's like a father-in-law or something there in this house where you live. And the communication between your partner and his father, very, very strong, or the male energy in this house, because the card of change came out. Eight of Worlds, which means balance. Worlds is material things, your house, money situations, all of that. But you really need to sort this out. You need to sit down over, I would leave it till, I keep seeing after Christmas, and sitting down and just talking about this, but it's going to be very heated, you know, but there's nothing else we can do, you know, and sometimes things do turn out. This is a blessing. I wouldn't see it as something, you know, every baby is a blessing. So, you know, it's wanting to come here for a reason, and it's going to be so different from your other child. Okay, all the best, Annie.
Thank you, Gigi. Thank you, Sue,
That's
for trying to
right.
help out our
Thank
Good
you.
Morning viewers' dilemmas today. Thanks for giving your time.
That's
Thank
all right,
you.
thanks.
If you've got a dilemma you'd like help with, email the panel at goodmorning@tvnz.co.nz. Now, get those fire extinguishers ready in Studio 5. Asta and Slade attempt to make Rarotongan blackened fish after the break.